Distinguished representative of the Internet Corporation for Assigned Names and Numbers, known as ICANN. You have the floor.
Dear Madam President of the General Assembly, Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm honored and delighted to make a statement on behalf of ICANN on what is an important and historic discussion of this WSIS+10 review of WSIS. I would like to thank the President of the UN General Assembly, the co-facilitators, the permanent representatives of the United Arab Emirates, Ambassador Nana Nuseva, and the permanent representative of Latvia, Ambassador Yanis Mazeiks, the missions to the UN, and all their staff, and all UN agencies, as well as all stakeholders, many of which are here today, for all the excellent preparatory work that has allowed us to reach this important stage. This indeed has been a supreme collaborative effort. I would especially like to thank the President of the General Assembly, the co-facilitators, and UNDESA and their staff for making this process as open as possible within the framework of the UN and for providing all stakeholders with opportunities to send comments and participate in the discussions. Thank you. ICANN and its community have been engaged with the WSIS since the first summit in 2003 and recently in the review preparation process, working alongside other stakeholders at events organized by UNESCO, the ITU, and UNCTAD CSTD, as well as at the IGF, the Internet Governance Forum. We are glad that the WSIS+10 outcome document builds on the foundations of the Tunis agenda while also addressing a number of different and important new issues. We all face many challenges, as the outcome document recognizes, but a significant positive progress since 2005 was made. Our community at ICANN hopes to have contributed in bridging the digital divide, for example, by increasing multilingualism at the root of the Internet through the internationalized domain names, a program we have been working with in cooperation with our global community and with UNESCO. We're also pleased that the outcome document extends the mandate of the Internet Governance Forum for another 10 years, this being of real importance to this unique bottom-up dialogue which now takes place also at regional and at national levels. I would like also to use this opportunity to recognize the broader Internet community, whether here in New York for this meeting or elsewhere, for their continuous engagement in the WSIS review process. ICANN is happy to have been part of this robust and vital technical community, including ISOC, the RIRs, the regional Internet registries, and others, whose work has been recognized and reflected in the outcome document. The Net Mundial conference in April last year showed us all, and I want to thank Brazil for this, that by working together we can address issues of substance and mutual concern. This must be our challenge for the future as we continue to work for the common good. Madam President, let me finish by justifying the term historic when describing this General Assembly meeting, as we should not lightly use this term at the UN. We are at a turning point. We have the opportunity collectively to make a real difference with the adoption of the 2030 Sustainable Development Agenda, with the successful and significant agreement in Paris on climate change, and now with this agreement to address the usage of ICTs for the common good. We must, as Fari Shehari, our President and CEO, said yesterday, grasp this opportunity to harness the goodwill and positive spirit shown during these negotiations and discussions over the last few weeks to tackle the challenges we all face. ICANN, for its part, is committed to work with all stakeholders, including the United Nations and the missions to the UN, in a truly multi-stakeholder and inclusive manner, in order to make sure the Internet continues to develop as a global facility, single, secure, stable, and resilient for the good of all people. Thank you.